Rise and shine, you guys. Rise and shine. Still trying to get my voice back, all right? All right, let's get into today's energy. Welcome in, everybody. November 16th. It is Saturday. Saturn's Day. Saturn just went direct in Pisces yesterday. We just had a full moon in Taurus. All right. We're currently at the top of the morning with the planetary hour of Saturn. All right, so heavy saturating energy right now. We're looking at, what is this? 2 degrees and 57 minutes of the moon in Gemini. Welcome in. All right, so we're going to look at the 3rd degree of Gemini. See what's happening here. The 3rd degree. All right, the Garden of Tuileries. Crystallization, bringing to bear the rational mind to explain the mysteries, solidifies experience into a foundation of knowledge, understanding hierarchy and privilege. Even though we can touch the depths of unconsciousness and heights of superconsciousness by temporarily suspending the mind's devotion to reason, this cannot last indefinitely. Sooner or later, the grasping mind must structure its perceptions and create patterns to explain them. This is thought form, and it gives rise to rulership and rituals as it centralizes the ego into the discipline of clarity. 1 second, you guys. Like, let's just hope I get my voice back a little bit with the holes. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, so we're at the 25th degree of the sun in Scorpio. Scorpio, an X-ray is the Sabian symbol, seeing beneath the surface to an understanding of life. Reality cannot be understood without going into things deeply and perceiving through the illusion to the truth of life's essential order, penetrating beneath the surface to know the mysteries. As we progress along the path of realization, we find certain abilities to develop, and one such skill is to be able to see through the surface form of a person or situation and perceive the inherent structure of their reality. We are not deceived by externals or transitory feelings and shows. This enables us to determine why we are here at variance with others and what might be done to find proper alignment, and in simple terms, whether we can help or should we leave. Ouch. All right, so seeing beneath the surface to understand life and or a person, a situation, whatever that may be. All right, you guys, let's get into today's transits. So, 16th. I always call today like Tower Day. I've been seeing the Tower come along, all right? Obviously, the Tower represents Scorpio's energy, Mars, Pluto, all right? Typically Mars. But we're no longer with this whole like opposition of the sun in Scorpio over to the full moon in Taurus. That was more so yesterday. We're looking at some positive energies overall today with the moon ingressing into Gemini. Looks like it stepped in at 2:09 a.m. Okay. We're going to be seeing Venus in Capricorn square over to the North Node in Aries, cardinal energies. All right. We've got the sun in Scorpio in opposition to Uranus in Taurus. We've got the moon biquintiled to Venus in Capricorn, trined over to Pluto in Capricorn. And I want to say that was more so at the very last degrees of the moon in Taurus. So then we're going to see this sextile energy to Mars and Leo with the moon in Gemini. And we're also going to see semi-squares over to Chiron in Aries, That's the asteroid of the wounded healer. We're going to see a sextile to the North Node in Aries. We will quincunx to Venus in Capricorn. All right. It's more so going to bring in a sense of discord. We'll see quintile energies with Neptune and Pisces. Quintile is where you want to get creative and show your potential for something. And then we see a square over to Saturn in Pisces. All right. So it looks like overall a good day to take action pertaining to things that involve, let's just say, the media, and or just more so remaining adaptable to where your destiny is calling here. But we are seeing the opposition of the planet of chaos with where the sun is pertaining to one's purpose. All right. Let me just take a look real quick. So Uranus is at 25 degrees and 16 minutes. And the sun right now is only at 24 degrees and 37 minutes. So again, getting closer and closer, probably more so later on in the evening, we'll see that opposition happen. All right, let's get into today's index. Let's see what the energy is like pertaining to physical and or mental energies. So I'm seeing Aries at a mental 1, Taurus at a mental 1, Gemini at a physical 5. We're looking at Cancer with a physical 1, Leo with a mental 5, Virgo with a physical 1, Libra with a mental 1, Scorpio mental 1, Sagittarius physical 5. We're looking at Capricorn physical 1, Aquarius mental 5, and Pisces physical 1. All right, so I'm seeing overall Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius with the highest of physical and or mental 5. Everybody else is like flatline 1. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Not too much going on in the energy. Let's take a look more so at what the energy is bringing out with the runes today. This should be a busy day for me. I have a rising Sagittarius. And that would mean that the moon would be in the opposing energy of that rising sign, right? And then also I am a sun sign Aquarius. All right. And we're more so of the mental heading through there, but the physical is calling in the house of partnerships for me. All right, so let's just see what's coming out in today's energy. Well, all right. We've got Ingwas, male fertility, gestation, internal growth, common virtues, common sense, simple strengths, family love, caring, human warmth, and the energy of the home. So this is giving me Taurus/Gemini energy. So again, we could be like ingressing from that moon cycle into this moon cycle here. All right. Ingwas. We got Taurus as the challenge. Leo's energy. It says reactive force and directed force of destruction and defense, conflict, instinctual wills, vital eroticism, regenerative catalyst, and a tendency towards change. Interesting. And where we need to take action. Jira. It's giving Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. The results of earlier efforts are realized. A time of peace and happiness, fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy, hopes, and expectations of peace and prosperity. Okay. So Ingwas as the current energy. Thor says as the challenge, and Jira as where we need to take action. On the bottom of the deck is Tiwaz. Honor, justice, leadership, and authority. Analysis, rationality, and knowing where one's true strengths lie, and the willingness to self-sacrifice. All right. Let's get a little bit more information. I've been trying to learn more about these runes. So let's take a look at Ingwaz. Alright, so Ingwaz is the 22nd rune. It says it's an important rune that symbolizes conclusions. It means that you're ready for closure and ready to move in a new direction. You will not feel anxious about it. On the contrary, you will feel fulfilled. Alright, so again, it's giving like some sort of internal growth. Your simple strengths, if it pertains to family love. Alright, the warmth of the home environment. It's more so like a gestation period. And it's including the energy of Taurus and or Gemini. So whoever's watching, more so look at where the cusp is between these two signs and where it applies for you in your chart. So Taurus and Gemini for me as a sun sign. Aquarius would be the 4th house and where we had the full moon. Ingressing into the 5th house, more so all about happiness. All right. Being self-expressive and creative. Let's see. What's going on here? So the time frame associated with Ingwaz, although it is associated to a specific zodiac sign, it does pertain to a specific hour as well. So that's going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. All right. That wasn't supposed to be in there. Concentration card came flying out. All right, so remain concentrated today. Take a look at Ingwaz. What do we need to see here? Got the Empress energy, so there's Taurus. And the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords can more so describe this energy of feeling like indecisive about a specific situation. Could feel like you're at a crossroads. Could feel that you need to face a specific fear. All right. So if it's speaking about something that symbolizes a conclusion, you might more so feel like you're at a crossroads here with this Empress energy. Could be something that you're doing creatively. Could definitely involve that of your confidence or your self-esteem. Could definitely pertain to a mother figure overall. 3 of Cups. I just heard go out and have fun. 3 of Cups. All right, like you might be indecisive with what you want to spend your time with today. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune. That's interesting because the Wheel of Fortune is meant to align you with your destiny here. What this is giving me overall is pertaining to what's happening with the North Node right now, heading towards your destiny. And where the moon in Gemini, this being associated to Gemini, it's kind of aligning in sextile, meaning harmoniously with your destiny here. Or just giving like a positive vibe overall to the energy today. So you could find that you have a specific strength in whatever you do creatively, that you might be indecisive about whether you want to continue moving forward with this. I feel like you're being celebrated, all right, and or wanting to go out and have fun and enjoy this specific time. The Emperor is coming out, so Aries energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling as well. It's like the North Node in Aries, like stepping into a sense of power. So the Empress and the Emperor here coming into alignment. I don't know if this is more so about like a counterpart or just kind of having fun with whatever it is that you are doing and creating. This could be pertaining to a business as well. What is going on? I've got cards mixed in here. Concentration and authority is here. Interesting. It almost feels like someone's watching, because when I looked at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords was there. So I don't know who's in here watching, but it feels like somebody's watching. All right, it's a sense of authority here. Are the bosses in the room? Welcome in. Okay. That's kind of what I'm feeling, though. All right, so male fertility is what Ingwaz is speaking about. Having like a gestation period. Going through a sense of internal growth. And this can be within the feminine and or masculine energies from within. All right, what is your simple strength pertaining to family and love? All right, the warmth of the home environment. But I feel like you're more so at a crossroads here. Okay. I'm like, is anything else hiding in there? I think we got them all out. All right. So what else do I need to see pertaining to this Emperor energy then? Six of Cups. Could be someone from your past. Could be someone that you live with in the home environment that's meant to come in and gift you something. This is the energy of like having nostalgic memories. This can be longing for someone. All right, it could be that just happy memories is kind of what it's given. It could definitely mean that there's some sort of inheritance that's meant to come through. All right. That is the energy of the sun in Scorpio, and where we just read the Sabian symbol out. Speaking about seeing beneath the surface to an understanding of life. All right. So again, I feel like you may not know what your purpose looks like. You may not know where you're being called towards. All right. There's like this internal growth that's taking place here. The Death card. It's almost like you're going through a specific type of transformation. Seven of Wands. Mars and Leo. So Leo's energy being the challenge here, that's what I'm seeing. It's like you're trying to stand your ground on something. Trying to overall protect something. So on the, okay, the way that I'm looking at this and the way I have it laid out, I've got the Empress here, all right, that feels more so at a crossroads with, I don't know if it's like you want to go out, you want to have fun, you want to feel, you know, liberated in a way, you want to feel celebrated. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's like you're trying to come into an alignment with your destiny. With Ingwaz, this is like within the home, within yourself, within a specific strength that you may have. And again, it's speaking of something that comes to more so a conclusion. Now, on this end, with the masculine energy, we've got the Emperor. We have the Six of Cups. All right. We've got the Death card and this very standoffish type of energy. So I don't know if you're dealing with a masculine in the home environment. That could be someone that you've been with for, you know, a long time. This person just kind of goes back to the past. And it's like you're having a conclusion. You're trying to like stand ground on away from this person. And it's like the minute that you make the choice to do so, you step in the energy of your own strength. Interesting. All right. Let's take a look at Thorsas. So again, this is Leo's energy. Now, Thorsas is the third rune, and it says it's ruled by Thor, the god of thunder. Although it does not offer protection, this rune asks for caution. Some important decision will head your way, and you will need to wait for the right moment to act. All right, so whatever is the directed force is going to get a reactive force. So it can more so come off to be destructive. All right, where more so you might be on the defense. All right, where there's some sort of conflict in the energy. It says instinctual will, vital eroticism, regenerative catalyst, and a tendency towards change. So if this is the challenge, then by 2:30, 3:30 p.m., it looks like something's going to take place. It feels more so like a tower moment. That's what it feels like. All right, like destruction, tower. All right, so here's Leo energy. Once again, this is actually a current transit with Mars and Leo. Let's just take a look at the Sabian symbol and where we're at with that energy. This is weird. We're moving towards the 4th degree. So once again, we've got this moon in Gemini sextiled to Mars and Leo. Interesting, because that transit's getting ready to take place. That's like the following transit coming up. Yes. All right, let's take a look. The 4th degree of Leo. Says a man formerly dressed and a deer with its horns folded. So proving oneself. Demonstrating achievements and abilities has spiritual merit despite the high risk of becoming prideful. Finding a way to make relevant of our own small achievements. In the process of personal evolution, life's primary purpose, it is entirely necessary to come up against restraints and examination in order to prove to ourselves and to others that we have realized certain abilities and qualities. Such achievements are attained by overcoming our animal nature. Okay. So it is showing me the sense of balance here. Again, with the divine feminine and masculine energies. In the way that I split it up anyway. Alright. It's like you want to head towards your destiny. But there has to be something that destructs surrounding you that requires some specific change. Okay. See what comes out. Looks like there's a lot of healing that's taking place here in this energy. Got the 4 of Swords with the Temperance. The Page of Swords. The Ace of Swords. 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. There could be this energy of like the need to change the environment overall. It looks like there's a lot of healing taking place. Someone here is more so meant to remain patient pertaining to how it is meant to be balanced out. I don't know, there could be a conversation that needs to take place with the Ace of Swords here. All right, pertaining to the stability of family. Get one more on that 10 of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. It could speak about heavy burdens pertaining to the amount of workload. All right. And how there has to be some sort of change overall that takes place. So if the change that's being required here speaks about, I'm looking back at the Thorstaz rune. and where there's an important decision that has to take place. It looks like the decision more so has to be on the divine feminine's end. I'm seeing the Two of Swords being the decision that needs to be made pertaining to the Empress. I don't know if the masculine is more so wanting to experience some sort of transformation in the home environment from how things used to be in the past to how moving forward they're trying to stand their ground. But it looks like the divine feminine energy might be in the, in the directive force of changing destiny. Wheel of Fortune. So if like there's some healing happening here, then it looks like what's being watched over is the conversation that needs to take place and how to balance out what the family environment looks like and what the work life looks like. All right. So here we are stepping into Jira as where you need to take action. So the results of earlier efforts that are realized, a time of peace and happiness, fruitful season. You can have a breakthrough stagnancy and hopes and expectations of peace and prosperity. All right, so Sagittarius and Capricorn energy overall. In Sagittarius, we are currently in its pre-shadow phase with Mercury. All right, meaning the retrograde energy is here. And with Capricorn, here we have like Venus that's in Capricorn. Again, we're going to be seeing this energy square over to the North Node. So it might feel a little bit tense in where one's destiny lies. All right, Venus and Capricorn can feel that of having a connection to an important person. All right, it feels like a very conventional type of relationship overall. But it's more so speaking about having a breakthrough with stagnancy. So whether that conversation is kind of like going back and forth with who's going to work on what the family life is meant to look like here, and what the destruction more so felt like or feels like, and where change is required, it looks like adapting to change is going to be the best thing with the Two of Pentacles. All right. Let's pull on Jira. So Jira is going to be the 12th rune. And it says Jira symbolizes karma. This rune is about what you have been planting and harvesting good fortune. The reward will come even if there is a delay. All right. So it seems like there's a delay with something that's been causing, I'm feeling a tower moment here with Thorsas. All right. Something that felt more so bringing in conflict and feels more so destructive. Let's see. All right, Queen of Wands. Looks like you're more so confident with the efforts that you've been putting in. Could have been a creative project. Got cards flying now. There's that Mercury and Sagittarian energy that I was just speaking about. All right, we got the King of Cups here. Three of Wands. It looks like you've been waiting a while. I don't know if whatever you do creatively, you could have been working on a project that pertains to like tapping into your emotions. With this King of Cups energy, you could be like working on your, your heightened intuitive abilities, whatever that may be. Justice, trying to bring things back into balance. Nine of Wands. Looks like you've been putting up a fight as well. Seven of Cups. There could be many different options and what it is that you are. I don't know if this is like more so an investment, because again, it pertains to your earlier efforts. There's the Tower. The Ace of Wands. Maybe you're choosing to go after something new. All right, that's going to bring in a sense of more stability with the King of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So it looks like whatever the destruction is that's going to be happening here, the conversation that takes place, the changes that you know you have to make pertaining to whether that be family, whether that be what you do for work. All right. If you've been looking into like this healing journey that you've been going on, all right, it looks like the creativity and what it starts off as is supposed to help you with this healing state. This King of Cups energy is going to be that of feeling supported emotionally. All right. And if you've been waiting around for the opportunity to make money with something that you do pertaining to like heightened intuition, it looks like there's a delay. You're waiting. Three of Wands. All right. The Justice card is like you trying to bring balance in and having your boundary up with other options. But it looks like what divine intervention is bringing in is the opportunity to make more money. So even if one thing that you chose to invest in isn't fully taken off right now, it's more so like realizing that your efforts haven't gone to waste. It's more so take this specific season to start making money off of what you can make money off of with whatever that may be. I don't know. All right. Over here, this feels like for the divine feminine, there needs change. There's a heavy decision that has to take place here pertaining to like home environment. I need to pull one more on this in between both energies. The Two of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. The decision has been slowed up. Now I'm seeing lots of twos. I got the Two of Pentacles here, the Two of Wands here, the Two of Swords under the energy of the Empress. Okay. It's more so like go after a brand new beginning. As I split the deck, it was the Knight of Pentacles to the Fool card. Right, so maybe you're called elsewhere to take on a position of leadership, something of authority. And again, this came out for a reason. It's like you have to remain confident, all right, that you're concentrating on the right thing so that you can step into a sense of authority. You might be more so having a specific strength that's meant to be used properly, that's meant to bring you in prosperity. But it's like, if that's not taking off for you right now, your challenge here is where you're directing your force and how you're getting a reactive force. If it's not applying to what it is that you want, here is like you got to take action towards what you can earn. That's what it looks like. All right, fruitful season. So let's look at Tiwaz. Which one is this one here? th rune says this rune stands for success and victory. It is about fighting for what you want because you will achieve these easily. Besides willpower, it is also a symbol of romance. A new affair with good intentions might appear in your life. All right, so it's coming through on the card saying honor, justice, leadership, and authority. All right, being analyzed in a way. Being very rational, knowing where one's true strengths lie, and the willingness to self-sacrifice. All right, so maybe you hold a position of authority here. Maybe you're highly concentrated in whatever you do pertaining to, I don't know if you're like a speaker or something. Yeah. With Saturn and Gemini. All right, like being highly concentrated on your position here. Got the Lovers. So again, Gemini energy heavy. I've seen it come out here with the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. Then it stepped to Leo, which Gemini to Leo's energy currently right now we're having a sextile with. And then it's more so looking like Sagittarius and Capricorn as where you need to take action. Now, when we're talking about the energy and where planetary transits are happening there, Sagittarius is Mercury. That's communication. Venus is love. So if it's associating yourself to aligning with like romance coming in, it's drawing in the energy of a lover. All right. Interesting. just making a choice of what it is that you want to do. Again, the Lovers can be a choice. That's your strength. All right, whatever it is that you do creatively, it may be. All right. Spirit said, look at that again. So where I just said the moon in Gemini sextile to Mars and Leo, this would be the energy. And overall, this is the Empress that sits with the Lion. Okay. And where the Empress here has a big decision to make pertaining to what's going to make her happy, pertaining to her destiny. So, and again, it speaks about strengths pertaining to the home environment. Looks like new pathway though. Two of Wands over top of me, clarifying the Emperor and the Empress energy. Showing me the Queen of Pentacles. Alright, so clarifying the strength in the Lover's energy. Five of Cups. There might be this like sadness to the energy overall. Feeling a sense of a loss. Alright. Being that you've got to go down a new pathway here towards a new beginning. But the opportunity is meant to align you with where you're meant to be. Alright, so it more so might feel like you're self-sacrificing a bit. But it's meant to bring in good intentions. Alright, and again, justice is over here with where you're taking action. So whatever you've been trying to come into balance with and whatever you've been really fighting for, that more so feels like you've got many options, but the divine intervention comes in with the Tower to say, okay, this should be your true passion. This is where your money lies. This is where your stability lies. See what I'm saying? Well, yeah, look. The Empress went flying out. I don't know if the Empress has to focus more so on giving love. All right, being honored in a way. But again, it's coming through with like a leadership position. A sense of authority. And where you're analyzing your life, you need to be more rational about what that looks like. So where does your true strength lie? Okay. Let's see. Ooh, the Devil. That I don't like. It could just be more so pertaining to career. Nine of Cups, you know what it is that you want and you want to go after it. The Devil isn't always a negative energy. Can speak about, 10th house energy is Capricorn. And that's what we have here. Sagittarius to Capricorn energy. And where Venus and Capricorn is more like a conventional type of relationship. It could be that you have associations with something that, or someone that is of a great age difference, and or you just kind of have that companionship overall that gives you a sense of leadership. All right, pertaining to whether it be your home environment, whether it be pertaining to your destiny and where that's meant to align for you. It could be for work. All right, it could be that there's changes that are happening pertaining to your creative skills, and where if you have to wait for something, something else is meant to come into alignment. Interesting. It's just, I feel like there's a heavy call for change here. The Tower card is going to bring in change. And again, earlier I just said we had the Sun in Scorpio that is going to be in opposition to Uranus in Taurus. Right? That will be looking more so towards like the 26th degree in Sabian symbols. And let me get 1 second. Yeah. So Uranus at 26 degrees. We've read this one multiple times. A Spaniard serenading his señorita. Right, so acting appropriately, personal desires are acted out according to the permitted roles that our culture lays down, learning how to behave appropriately. And having established our place in the community, partly by doing what others do, we can then further our individual expression of self. We may look to do this through available social methods, whether that be sports, clubs, music, for example, and finding various roles by which we evolve our lives that often employ glamour as an expedient. All right. It says, as we speak, so we are. It's showing me a picture of like the lovers. Where is it? Okay. So this could just be the energy right now. All right. Your strength is the amount of love that you have to give out, whether that be in connection to a business, all right, connection, whether that be pertaining to family. It looks like there's a heavy attachment to it overall. All right. Again, the devil is not a negative card. It could just be like you're obsessively waiting for something to change because it's meant to bring a sense of prosperity in. And that's what this is. All right. So if you want to earn a leadership position, if you want to feel like you're in a sense of authority, then you have to be able to analyze and be rational. All right. And where you concentrate your energy. That's what it's giving me. All of these swords here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's funny. All of those swords. I was looking at the energy of feeling like the 8 of Wands, and something's like telling me Mercury in Sag. So Mercury in Sag right now is heading towards the 17th degree. And Easter sunrise service. The renewal of the urge to live. Without ritual remembrance, may forget all too easily that life is a great gift, a miracle, and a joy. Remembrance of sacredness. So winter tends to put us into closer awareness of hardship because it's cold and dark and nothing is growing in the garden. Life is only cruel for so long. Then a reprieve is granted, dawn after a dark night or a springtime after a cold winter. The celebration of rebirth is powerfully realized at Easter for Christmas and strongly underlines the spiritual aspect of the message that we do not die. The essence of who we are is above death. So if you're going through a massive change in your life, which the Tower moment will bring in, it's only meant to bring you something that's more so align you with a new beginning. Okay, so don't freak out. But it all pertains to your earlier efforts and where your prosperity is meant to come in. So if you feel like you've been in an illusion or you're not on the right path with the 7 of Cups, you got too many options. All right, it's like, no, you're fine. You've got spiritual strength. You fought hard enough. Honor and justice with Tiwaz and like leading you towards this leadership position and saying you're right where you need to be. Your strength lies, all right, pertaining to where your decision was made. All right. I think we're moving on. Okay. I think we're moving on. I normally don't like using this deck. It's so hard to shuffle, but I love it. I do love it. Should I tap into? Yes, we're gonna do seed and sickle. Let's get into seed and sickle. Let's see what's going on in the energy. We got Belladonna. So guardianship, protection by others, inevitability, sacrifice, and prioritizing. Okay. Clematis, trusting and letting go. Something's going to be gaining momentum. You'll have support and there will be reciprocity here. And then we've got Ivy. So overcoming obstacles, tenacity, success through persistence, and patience. I'm seeing summer and fall energies here. Numbers 20, 22, and 35 down at the bottom of the deck is broken. Speaks about invisibility, evasion, and escaping, patience, perception, and faith. So heavy on the energy of patience. All right. It says, Belladonna is a plant beloved by the devil, and he gives many of his magical abilities to his allies. So fiercely does he care for it that he leaves a black hen to guard it when he is not present. You may not realize how many people value you and are looking out for your well-being. Support will come from them when you're least expecting it, but remember, when it does, that relationships like these are rare and hard to come by. That's nice. All right, so I feel like you're being protected right now by others that may not, show up when you want them to show up, but they're there when you need them. Okay, so Clematis says you've been holding on so tightly to your control of the world that your fingers are starting to ache. But here's a thought. How about you try letting go? Not everything needs to be controlled, and you may find that you've put enough safeguards in place to be able to support yourself even without clinging on so. You'll naturally want to resist the feeling of falling, but you may find that a fall isn't actually coming and that it feels good to let go. Okay. Now let's look at 35. With Ivy. It says, borrowing from Ivy's steady and determined perseverance, you have reached new heights, unfurling your leaves to the sun. The obstacles that blocked your way have become the ladder rungs that now hold you up, a testament to your journey so far. But that path beneath you is starting to crumble and you're beginning to wobble. It may feel as though your position is unstable, but don't be afraid to let go of your safety net below. The next step is within reach. All right, so it looks like something is actually saying it's okay to let go. You have support around you, but the energy is going to gain momentum with the support that's being brought in for you. You will be reciprocated, but don't get too comfortable, because in the matter of time, it's like things can change. So how are you overcoming obstacles right now and remaining like tenacious? All right, let's move into the other side of the deck. It says, Belladonna is a card of inevitability and sacrifice. There is a conflict inside you, making it difficult to focus on the task at hand. The shears of Atropos, the Greek goddess of the fate who gives Atropa Belladonna its name, are snipping at their threads you've carefully put into place. Perhaps it is time to sit back and consider where things have become entangled. You may have to place some of your other projects aside to stop the main one from becoming completely knotted. Okay. So focusing more so on your priorities right now. Okay. Clematis. The clematis grows across any surface it is given, eager to rise and reach towards the blazing summer sun. Its spiraling vines grab onto any opportunity that appears, putting its flowers in the best position to drink in the rain and warmth. This card symbolizes movement and momentum, a push towards the best position that will help you achieve your goal. Just be sure to remember those who held you up on your race to the finish. So again, I feel like this is going to be where you kind of like trust and let go. That whoever's being brought in right now to help support you and protect you, it's like this was inevitably meant to happen so that you can focus on your priorities, it looks like. All right, let's look at 35 with, what is that, Ivy? It says you're almost there, just a little farther. Like the tenacious ivy vine, there is no height you can't reach in your journey to find the sun. The climb might seem impossible at times, and occasionally you'll feel as though you're making no progress at all, as walls and buildings block your path. But slow growth is still growth, and your achievements will be all the sweeter for how difficult the climb has been. Not to give up. So your persistence and your patience is required here. And that's going to be like Saturnian energy. All right. Let's get a different deck out here. Let's do like the Psychic Tarot. How are you being protected by others? And things that are inevitably meant to happen. It looks like this is what you have to start prioritizing right now. Saturn and Pisces, that's crazy. Because it was just speaking about the energy of the devil. All right, Saturn will be considered the energy of discipline and structure and authority, right? So you're meant to like emotionally withdraw, or you feel this way, and where you're being protected right now by other people. Maybe you feel like you're sacrificing too much of yourself for others. It's like, what are your priorities so that you can really become structured in that specific area of your life? Interesting. So you want to focus on your material harvest. It's the 9 of Pentacle energy there. You feel like you've taken a loss pertaining to your material harvest, possibly. 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry, I just got out the shower and my feet are like freezing. Put some socks on. Yeah, I'm feeling like you might have taken a loss, withdrawn emotionally due to what your harvest looks like at this time. It might be coming through the help of others, and that's not the way that you want to receive it or something. All right. Solar plexus. So you just got to take action. All right. And where the energy is actually saying it's gaining momentum, that would be solar plexus energy. All right. Fire energy. Fire signs. Yeah. I feel like you're going through like this sense of loss overall. Could be emotionally. And where you've been trying to more so possibly be patient with yourself, and where you're investing your time, your energy, and planning on, you know, what you want it to look like. Maybe you feel like you're climbing up, but you're not sure exactly where you're going. It's kind of like just trust and let go. That you will be reciprocated for your efforts is kind of what it feels like. Who's this? Saturn, Venus, and Saturn. Heavy Saturn here. Yeah. It's like you're going through a transformation overall. Heavily. Death card. Because it's like attaching you to a spiritual union. Interesting. It's making you expand your vision, see things clearly. All right. And I feel like this is where your protection is going to come from too. Those that are going through a transformation spiritually, all right, that have to more so emotionally withdraw, feels like they're taking on a heavy loss. Okay. Especially when it pertains to like your materiality, your harvest of your own work. But this is not long term. I feel like this is more so temporary up until the energy starts gaining momentum and where you feel supported and reciprocity from others. I feel like you're just working more so on shadow work right now. So trust and let go. The energy will gain momentum. You will be supported and you will be reciprocated. Let's see. You might not be believing this at this time. I'm seeing the Four of Cups. You feel discontent. You feel not in alignment. You feel that you are possibly being ignored in a way. Maybe your support is unseen. Being that I just saw the shadow card, which is the moon, and the third eye, which is all about, you know, your vision being illuminated. But it could be only subconsciously. So, like your emotional state, you feel discontent. There's that Tower moment. All right, so something will be disrupted here then. So that you can align with your destiny. I don't know how else to explain that. If you're going through a transformation, anytime you do go through a transformation energy, it's going to make you feel withdrawn from other people, makes you feel like you're taking losses, makes you feel like you have nothing. And that's part of it, so that you can come into alignment within yourself. All right. The Two of Cups is two energies, masculine and feminine, yin and yang, coming together as one within. So it doesn't pertain to anything materialistic. That will be provided by others. You will be supported by others. All right. If you feel that you are discontent emotionally, it's because of what your surrounding looks like. But you have to trust that you are, you know, being supported in a way. And that will come through divine intervention. It's more so like the Tower moment of you having a breakthrough. It looks like you're breaking through a brick wall, literally. You may feel like imprisoned almost. Yeah. Because of the loss. It's within your emotional state. I'm seeing heavy emotions here. Four of Cups, Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups. See what I'm saying? Because you have to tap into your intuition. It's within your subconscious state that this is all happening. Now my nose is going crazy. I cannot deal. Yeah. World card. All right. This is like a chapter that's meant to close out in your life that you're feeling the loss from. You're feeling the heartbreak from. You're feeling like you have to withdraw from the situation. But it's because you're going through a spiritual transformation. Okay. And again, we saw the third eye. So it's like you're being illuminated with a specific vision right now. Just be patient. See what I'm saying? It's coming up heavily. That's crazy. With the Ivy card, it's like meant for you to be patient. Your persistence will be, you know, how do I say it? You'll be able to overcome the obstacles and what you're feeling right now emotionally. Just be patient with the energy. Focus on the healing process rather than what the outcome looks like. It's interesting. I'm looking at the Ivy card and how one side it looks like it's blooming and the other side is a little dark. So you could be in the middle of a transition right now. Like, be patient with the process. Because I'm even seeing with the Brocken card here. It's like, it feels like you're invisible to the world. Speaks about invisibility, evasion, and escaping. So you might be escaping the world because of your emotions right now. You don't have what it is that you feel makes you feel abundant, all right? Which is going to be your material harvest. But within, you feel spiritually aligned with your transformation. Your intuition is heightened. You're going through this breakthrough and having to get through this emotional state and release the loss of whatever the past looked like or whatever you were withdrawing yourself from, so that you can really be illuminated pertaining to, you know, utilizing your intuition and allowing that to guide you rather. Something having to do with like your heart space too. There's the World card and the third eye again. All right, let's get into Ivy. What do we need to see here? Fulfillment of wishes. I like that. So you may not know what it looks like right now, but in the near future, you will be happy again. Movement, choices, and decisions with the Two of Pentacles here. And that can affect many different areas in your life. Your money, your marriage, your overall state of growth. All right, your mental. I'm kind of seeing like being up in the clouds, but that's being illuminated pertaining to how you can now communicate. Feel like you can then start adapting to many different changes in your life. All right, as you choose to move forward, moving on from whatever it was you were emotionally withdrawing from. All right, so the emotional withdrawal from your overall harvest, having to experience heartbreak from that, going through the transformation spiritually, to feeling discontent with what that looks like, having to break through that energy and accept the emotional loss, tap into the intuition, be patient so that your emotions can align more so with what the adapting of the changes look like and how you continue to move forward. You might still be like trapped in fear, all up in your head about it in the near future, which is okay because that's just a sense of not knowing what the future holds. All right, but you gain wisdom here. That's interesting. You've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant coming out in this reading with Temperance. This is a very spiritual type of energy. Transformation and the energy of the Disruption card in this deck is heavy Scorpio energy. That's the Death card and the Tower. And these are just all the majors. All right, so yeah, stand your ground. See what I'm saying? You don't know what the future meant to look like. You don't know just yet. You're emotionally going through it right now. But in the near future, as you move forward, you come out at the end of the tunnel with like wisdom. Spiritual wisdom, to be exact. Because of this spiritual transformation you're going through. And how to break through that barrier of feeling a sense of like feeling a sense of entrapment. All right, almost like if you're in prison and you have to break through this brick wall. But that is all within your emotional state. All right, so it can make you feel more so like angry sometimes. Sad. I'm feeling that. All right, withdrawn from other people. All right, so let's look at Brocken. I don't think I read Brocken out. Says the mystical golden fern seed is believed to have the power to grant invisibility. The actual existence of fern seeds have never been proven, but the magical reputation of the seed remains, as does the fern's mysterious secret. So again, I feel like mysteriously, secretly, you're tapped in spiritually through the energy of your third eye. You can see things that others don't see because you've gone through the transformation. All right, it's more so like having to be patient throughout this breakthrough because your intuition is being, you have a specific wisdom that others may not have. It may keep you trapped in fear because it's all within your subconscious state. But the more that you become emotionally happy, the more you're going to start adapting to what that is moving forward, is what it looks like. It says, don't be afraid to let yourself become invisible for a while. The world does not need to know where you are or what you are doing at all times. Let yourself escape from the public eye until you're ready to return to it. So if you feel afraid, then that's how you know you're kind of going through the transformation itself. Because emotionally, you're not happy with what it looks like. You can't make your own money. You don't feel comfortable being around other people. It's like you've got this heightened intuition that you're like seeing everything in a different perspective. It's a weird transformation. I've gone through it. I know what it is. All right, let's look at the other side. It says a popular ingredient in many magical rituals is fern seed, a mystical golden seed that appears when the ferns magically flower at midnight on the summer solstice. The actual existence of the fern seeds has never been proven, nor have the ferns ever been seen to flower, but the magical reputation of the seed remains, as does the fern's mysterious secret. So this would be like your own secret where maybe you don't feel like you fit in with others. Maybe you feel like you're being rejected by other people because they don't understand what it is that you're going through, right? It was only meant for you. This is your journey. It says, take your cue from those who would wait an entire year for the seed's brief appearance. Exercising patience will benefit you most here. The one ingredient you need to succeed in your goal may not come immediately, but rushing after it will not get you anywhere. Okay. So again, even with the runes, it was speaking of having to be patient. All right, maybe you're being delayed at this time with this specific energy. It's not your time yet. Because when destiny calls, it will come. Okay? It will come. So more so feeling a sense of happiness around you right now could be of significance. Being patient. If you feel like you need to be supported by others. Focusing more so on your emotional state. And then remaining persistent with where you do want to, make changes in your life. And continue to grow wisdom. Keep doing that. What do I need to see for Brockett? The universe. All right, so maybe you're at the end of this chapter now. Yeah, you've gained your spiritual strength. You see what I'm saying? I feel like this is it. It's over. So now there's, you have to be the catalyst for change. Now that this is done, it's like, what do you move on to the next thing with? You will be shown the way. Spirit will always show you the way. All right, so maybe right now could be a time of just resting and rejuvenating overall. Getting your energy back up so that when you do go take action, you're ready. Rejoice in celebration. So that came out earlier with the Three of Cups, and it came out under the Empress. So the Empress is now seeing that her decision was to move forward and get back out there and just, be happy. Step into happiness. All right, why is there mental conflict? Because now it's like you're backtracking here. Pertaining to what? The ascension itself, the truth of the situation. It's crazy. Are you mentally conflicted that you've now celebrated your win? All right, your vision is heightened. You've gone through the awakening. It's like take action now. Solar plexus energy. Oh, you feel defeated in a way. So maybe this is like you remaining detached from the world is causing you more conflict and where you feel defeated. But in reality, you should be having a sense of authority. Once again, it came out 3 times already. This was not supposed to be in this deck. Everything happens for a reason. It's like concentrate now on the position of authority that you've gained. You've earned this. It looks like that's what it looks like. So if it feels delayed, it's delayed due to your way of thinking overall. Something from the past is what you keep wanting to connect to. Memories of love. Yeah, you're waiting for that to come back around. What happens? Love begins. I mean, I don't know, you guys. That could be it. Like you're stuck on the past. Maybe you've gone through this. I mean, listen, when it's time for you to go through a spiritual transformation, I don't feel like you get to choose when that time is. Could be. Could be. But if you feel stuck and you felt like you were trying to hide away and escape from the world, then this is why. It's because you chose to go through this spiritual transformation to ascend. But if you removed everybody away from you, it's like you do have support here. But you've got to be ready to be the one to take action. So maybe you need like more rest and rejuvenation. There was a lesson to be learned from the past also. I'm seeing that here. and now it's time to start something new. You might be afraid of this. You might feel that you want to rekindle an old project. I'm seeing the Daisy card here. All right, and or you're going to be going on another upcoming journey. So take precaution. So now it might be where it's time for you to help others to grow now that you've gone through the transformation itself. All right, you could be calling in a favor from a friend with this mistletoe energy. I just thought about Christmas. All right, I feel like your uniqueness will be appreciated. You might feel that you're restricted by the regrets of your past. It's a lot of different energies I'm feeling here, you guys. So take it as it resonates. I don't know what's going on with me lately. Let's get this put away. All right. All right, we'll get messages from the guides of the hidden realms, and then we'll get a crystal, and we are out of here. Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly what it felt like. I feel like you've gone through an awakening. You had an aha moment. All right. You're heading into a new direction, and you're trying to see what the potential is with that there. All right, it says the way of understanding is not always direct. After struggling with something a while, sometimes you just have to let it go. Then when you stop trying to figure it out intellectually, an epiphany will deliver you from your confusion. Inspiration flows, and you suddenly have the exact understanding you need to move forward with the meaning and purpose. These dawning moments of revelation happen because you stop overly focusing on the issues and let your peripheral awareness gather what it needs. It's a skill that most people don't know that they have, but it's how we tap into the hidden realms for information. So that's what be utilizing your third eye. Keep seeing it throughout the reading. All right. In your current situation, stop trying to figure things out with your mind and self-will alone, and instead surrender to spirit. Ask for your solution, and it will come. But only when you let go of the need for the exact timing, the form, and or in the manner in which it is delivered. The best way to prepare is to engage in some repetitive, mundane activities. While doing something completely unrelated, you will receive a divine download. Go for a walk, garden, do the dishes, paint, or dance if you're able. You're on the right path now. Trust that Spirit has a plan, and all the answers you need will be gifted to you when you truly are ready to receive them. Wow. All right, let's get a crystal. So I feel like you might just be more so in fear of what it's going to look like, why you went through this entire transformation, or where you're going next. You will be guided. Moldavite. Wow. I'm shocked. All right. So speaks about transformation, rebirth through fire, initiation, and opening up to new experiences, revitalization, and renewal. Moldavite. Very powerful stone. All right. It says new doors open and you cross the threshold. It can be exhilarating to know that you are stepping out of the old and into a new self, ready for the unexpected gifts that come with this initiation. Moldavite spirit message is to know that as you walk through an open door, you are being reborn in a sense, for you will be different once you have made a conscious choice to say goodbye to what was. Rebirth always involves tension and struggle. Crystals can only form if there is plenty of pressure to change. If you are frustrated and or uncomfortable, know that relief is on the way. So just focus on what is happening as a better tomorrow begins to reveal itself. Your passage into the new is assured, so be present, be open, be ready for healing to take place. This new experience requires a new you in a sense a new you in a sense, a you that recognizes that you belong here, that you truly can let go of the old. You are so loved and the conscious universe is so proud of you. All right, so Moldavite says, it is a crystal heralding massive transformation on all levels. This is not a stone to play with or take lightly. And it is definitely not recommended for those unwilling to step out of their comfort zone. Once we engage with Moldavite, we need to buckle up because things are going to get interesting. All right, I'm leaving the reading there. Love you guys. Check you out later. Bye.